Google Nano Banana is going to absolutely revolutionize your workflow when it comes to ad creatives, graphic design, and otherwise. Let me show you from example what I've been working on and just how powerful Nano Banana is going to be. If you're in the business of creating any sort of ad creative, YouTube thumbnail, whatever the case may be. For example, let me just use my own example here so you can see just how strong this can be. Now, I've been creating some images to go along with this pair of sunglasses that I have in my Shopify store. Now, I've got only the base starting images to work with, and I've already taken these and put them through Nano Banana, and I've put them onto a male and a female model. Now, the thing is that this is not only going to replace photo shoots for products, it's also going to help you generate absolutely phenomenal ad creatives to go along with those products. Now, for example, in the what we're going to be doing here today is we're going to be taking a look at this call to action end of video. Now, normally what you would probably be doing is taking your text tool and putting in some text, something like visit our shop, shop now, and you'd have like a little text overlay. It would be okay. It would work, but if you wanted to do anything more than that, you'd need to get into some professional graphic design, right? You need to get into some high skill creative graphic work. Now, that is no longer the case with the use of Nano Banana. Now, I'm going to be showing off openart.ai. You can get this link in description below. You can also do this with Google Gemini Chat. You can use Nano Banana for free. However, I love OpenArt because it allows you to really speedify your workflow. You can do up to 4 images per generation, and you can pound it a few times and get a bunch of generations going at once. But let me really quickly show you here first, for context, what we're getting into. Now, like I say, I've already actually screwed up my first video. I recorded the wrong screen, so I got a bunch of these ad images already generating. But we're going to do it again here. And the cool thing about this is that with OpenArt, for example, you can choose from one of many different image generation models, Nano Banana being one of them, GPT Image being other ones. You got Flux Context Max, you got all the good stuff. And you run these image generators through either their servers or through APIs to, for example, Google or whatever the case may be. So you get actually quite affordably priced. It's not free, but it is quite affordable for the productivity that you get out of just how quickly you can, swap around between models and generate up images. But the really powerful thing that we've been looking at today is how to use Nano Banana to come up with some absolutely phenomenal ad creatives, right? Okay, so let me just tell you how I've prompted Nano Banana. I've said adjust this image and I've uploaded this image into the Omni reference. So Omni reference can support up to 4 different images. So if, for example, you wanted to grab, 2 different pairs of sunglasses, right? And have them both featured in an ad. Maybe one pair goes on one person, one pair goes on the other. You can do that. And it'll get that pretty accurate most of the time. But for example, this is so powerful because you can actually work with this in an intelligent way. Now, this is communicating with Gemini's Nano Banana sort of thinking interface. So I can say something like, adjust this image, the one I've got attached, so that it works as a call to action image for this pair of retro 80 shades. I probably don't even need to tell it that it's retro 80 shades. It'll probably figure that out on its own. But I just wanted to really emphasize that point because that's sort of on brand for me. I said also add a call to action button, but otherwise adjust how you think best to create a high converting ad. So I'm going to let all of its training, all of its data, I'm not going to think that I know best or exactly how to feature something. I'm going to let a Nano Banana not only do the image generation, but also do the thinking. So here I go, clicking 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I've got now 4, 8, 12, 16 ad creatives generating in the background. And I mean, you can already see here some of the ones I've previously done. They pop up pretty quickly, but you can already see some of the ones I've previously done. Not only, does it do the text, readable, like well-designed text of strong call to action button, but it also does the thinking, right? Limited stock, grab yours, right? We're using scarcity. So I didn't tell it to do that, but it knows, right? It knows and it thinks these things out and it puts together strong calls to action, strong ad creatives using whatever it thinks might be best. Here's some of our new ones. They just generated up, as you can see, 4, 8, 12, 16 images. What took about 15 seconds to generate. And that's the beautiful thing about using OpenArt. If you use Gemini Chat, you'll be able to do one at a time quite a bit slower. So if productivity and workflow is your thing, check out OpenArt. But here's what we got. We've got some absolutely I mean, these are so well designed. These are like color matched to the color of the shade. So I could take, that initial design and then I could upload another one, right, which is a different color scheme. And I could do another generation and now it'll, probably color match to the new pair of shades. So each one of these is going to be so beautifully graphically designed, and these are designed and actually this sort of retro vibe, right? Like these have captured not these have not just created the call to action, the title overlay and stuff. These have created the vibe, the feel, the branding. This is such a powerful, easy, thoughtless. And when I say thoughtless, I mean you don't have to think about how to make this good. You just leave it to Nano Banana. I mean that's so good. I mean, look at that. We've got like the synthwave background. We've got the strong call to action. We've got everything. It's just so good. It's so good. Um, and here we've got the new variation. So this time, yeah, we've kind of color matched to that. Well, that one's not so much, but yeah, here we got that color match to the purples and the whites. It's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. Um, for you, like I say, this is my retro '80s vibe and theme. That might not be what you're going for, but let me also show you some of the things that Nano Banana has come up with. And I actually wanted to point out the detail of this. One of the things I've noticed up until Nano Banana is that things like text on it, on an image, and also micro details. Like if we were to look at the original source image, you can see sort of little details, right, of the sunglasses. There's a little frame here. There's a little sharp edge here. It says SCV or whatever it says in the center. It has all these little details. And up until Nano Banana, getting those exact little details, even with the previous best model, which I would say was either, GPT or Context Max, those are both really strong and good models too. Getting those little details correct was problematic. And if you're trying to create a product photo, you need it to be exact usually. But you can see actually we've got the logo exactly, we've got the edging exactly, we've got all the little details. So good, so close that if they're not perfect, I doubt anyone would notice. Like they're really really close, really on point. So I also here's the other thing I did. I also said, put these glasses on a model, put them in a Miami setting. I also said create an ad creative with some call to actions. I said do the thinking. It's created. Look at these. Like these are next level good when it comes to design capability. I had a really good designer, when I needed one. And even for as good as she was, coming up with stuff this good just wouldn't happen. This replaces photo shoots. This replaces graphic design. This replaces ad creative, copywriting. Nano Banana has absolutely replaced everything when it comes to coming up with ad creatives. Additionally, I also wanted to point out one really, really cool feature of Nano Banana. That is, let's say, for example, I love this image. Let's just say I love this image, but I don't want it to say future vision up here. I can actually just grab this image, I can download it, and I can re-upload it into my Omni reference, and I could say something like change future vision text to say let's just say hello world, just for example, right? So it'll actually be able to keep all of the rest of the image intact, but change little details that you might like, right? So if you find something you like that's a little bit spoiled because maybe there's a typo, sometimes that happens, or maybe because you don't like the text in a certain place, you can keep most of the image intact and then simply replace the part that you want in I mean, look at that. These are almost indistinguishable from image to image. As far as all of the rest of this goes, you can almost not even see any pixels jump, just a tiny little bit of pixels. And these are not actually, replacing just the section. They're regenerating the entire image. And you can see that because you can see a few little pixels jump when I go from image to image. So it's actually regenerating the image just perfectly similar to its source image, which just makes it so good, so powerful. And since we're kind of having fun here, let's do another one. Let's take these sunglasses here and put these sunglasses on a retro '80s woman in. Let's put her, well, we'll put her on the beach. We'll put her in Miami as well. That way it'll match with the other one, Miami Beach, and see what we get here. And then what we're going to actually do, let's see, we can grab Let's grab this one here, and we're going to actually combine. We're going to combine a couple of them together. So let's see here what we get for our generations. Okay, so we got a few good options here. What do we got? We got this one, we got that one, we got some good stuff. I kind of like this right here. I'm going to grab this one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to upload two different references. I'm going to grab this guy here as one of our Omni references, and I'm going to grab this girl here, and I'm going to say, put both of these people together in a, let's say, retro cheesy pose. I don't know what it'll come up with that. I'm imagining, the classic back to back strike a pose, Madonna Vogue type stuff. But the point is that you can actually do multiple images, multiple people. You can create your own photo shoots, right? Like you can start. This is so crazy because you can start with a picture of sunglasses. You can create your first character, your first, model. You can create your second one, and then you can just pose them together, right? Like how nuts is this? This is just absolutely, this blows my mind. I'm having so much fun with this tool. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. And I'll see you in the next one. That's a pretty good. Anyway, see you guys later.